Fil Martino joins us now from the 680 News Business Center. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Phil, I want you to look into your crystal ball for us. 2018 was a very volatile year on the markets. The question everyone is asking is whether that's going to continue into 2019.
That's such a hard question to answer, but what I can tell you about is about the first trading day of 2019, and it was a choppy session for the North American markets. On Bay Street, the TSX started the trading year higher on a day that saw the energy sector get a boost from higher oil prices. The TSX closed up by 24 points to 14,347. On Wall Street, the stock market ended a bumpy ride slightly higher on the first day of the trading year thanks to gains in internet and energy companies. The Dow was up by 18 to 23,346.
All right, so day one on the markets finished.
Thank God it's over.
2019, it's not being too kind to one automaker.
Yeah, a rocky start for Tesla. Now, the shares of the electric car maker tumbled today after the company cut vehicle prices by $2,000 and announced fourth quarter sales figures that fell short of Wall Street estimates. According to Tesla, it delivered over 245,000 electric cars and SUVs last year, nearly as many as all previous years combined. But it also said it would cut prices of its three models by $2,000 to help customers handle the gradual phase out of federal electric vehicle tax credits. Tesla shares were down by 6%.
Now, another major story heading into this year, what will happen to the oil markets?
Yeah, I wish I knew the answer to that one as well. We have a turnaround for the price of oil. Oil closed up by 92 cents to $46.33 a barrel, and the Canadian crude index was up by $2.87 to $30.67 a barrel. Tim Pickering with Auspice Capital Advisors says the gap is narrowing.
We're hitting the first month of the curtailment for the Alberta government, and what they've decided to do is make some slight rule changes in terms of the methodology, in terms of how they calculate the production. And I think the idea would be to make it a little bit more fair. Definitely a change that was a win for producers that had big projects in the works.
And despite this, he says cuts won't be as deep as originally predicted.
Now, if your New Year's resolution is to ask for a raise and you're a woman, this one is for you. There is a significant gender pay gap that remains as we get into 2019.
That's right. It's a bit disheartening. A new report has found even in executive ranks, women's pay is 68% of men's. The report on the highest paid CEOs adds evidence to the argument that women face a double pane glass ceiling at the top of Canada's corporate ladder, first in getting to the executive suite and once they're earning as much as their male counterparts. Now, the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives calculates that of the over 1,200 named executive officers at close to 250 publicly traded companies in Canada, women earn about 68 cents for every dollar made by their male counterparts. The study says the gap closes to 86 cents when looking at the wages of women and men in senior manager roles, almost in line with the country's overall pay gap of 87 cents based on Stats Canada's calculations. Now, the gap at the top means that, on average, men earn about $950,000 more annually than women in similar executive positions.
Wow, almost $1 million there.
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
That's right. That's right. It's not fair. Not yet.
No, ask for that raise. Get it. Netflix, we're turning to that now. It is accused of political censorship today.
Yeah, this involves a comic. So Netflix is facing criticism after it pulled an episode from viewing in Saudi Arabia of American comedian Hassan Minhaj's Patriot Act, and that criticized the kingdom's crown prince. Minhaj used his second episode to criticize the prince over the killing of writer Jamal Khashoggi and the Saudi-led war in Yemen. The Financial Times first reported that Netflix yanked the episode from streaming in Saudi Arabia last week after Saudi officials told the service that the content violated cyber crime laws in the kingdom. Now, according to Netflix, it strongly supports freedom, artistic freedom worldwide, and only removed the episode to comply with local law.
You know, I saw a tweet from the comedian today saying at least after all of this happened, maybe it'll get more attention. People outside of Saudi Arabia will be able to see that episode.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for joining us, Phil. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and over to FISA now.